Alsace, a picturesque region between France and Germany, is a culinary gem that beautifully blends the flavor and traditions of both countries. Known for its charming half-timbered houses and rolling vineyards, Alsace offers a unique gastronomic experience that is both rich and diverse. Intrigued by the region's hearty dishes and acclaimed wines, I embarked on a 3-day journey to explore the authentic flavors of Alsace. From Colmar's bustling markets to the quaint cobblestone streets of small towns like Riquewihr and Ribeauvillé, my adventures was filled with delicious discoveries that truly showcase the essence of Alsatian cuisine. Our culinary journey begins in the enchanting town of Colmar, where day 1 promises a feast for the senses. We had breakfast at Patisserie Schmidt, a French patisserie where every pastry is a work of art. The glass cases are filled with dainty little cakes, intricately decorated and almost too beautiful to eat. We indulge in the soft, pillowy brioche bread, a perfectly flaky croissant, and a stunning mini cake, all accompanied by rich aromatic coffees. It was a delightful way to start the day, savoring the flavors that only French patisserie can offer. We headed to La Pagola for lunch and treated ourselves to the region's iconic dish, tarte flambée or flammkuchen. This Alsatian specialty is a thin, crispy flatbread topped with crème fraîche, onions, and ladons. Paired with a glass of Alsatian wine and refreshing soda, it was a perfect balance of flavors, light yet incredibly satisfying. As the sun set, we went to the town of Ammerschwihr for a special dinner at Julie Pins, a 1 Michelin-starred restaurant. It was my birthday celebration and we opted for a multi-course meal. Our evening began with an amuse-bouche, a delicate pairing of tomato and burrata that awakened our palate. This was followed by an array of beautifully presented dishes. For dessert, my husband enjoyed a roast raspberry creation that was almost too pretty to eat. In contrast, my dessert, a decadent combination of chocolate and peanut with a refreshing sorbet, came with a birthday candle. As I made my wish and blew out the candle, I couldn't imagine a more perfect ending to our first day in Alsace. On our second day, we traveled to Riquewihr. Riquewihr is a picturesque medieval village in Alsace known for its well-preserved half-timbered houses, cobblestone streets, and surrounding vineyards. Often described as one of the most beautiful villages in France, it offers a charming blend of history, architecture, and wine culture. We started our morning at our hotel with a very hearty breakfast. Then, we explored the town and visited famous wineries. Topf-Aumônier is just on the outskirts of town. It was founded in 1574 and is a historic family estate known for its high-quality wines, especially Cremant d'Alsace. Among the wines we tried, we particularly love Schönenbourg Riesling and the brand Gewürztraminer, and we ended up buying a dozen bottles of each to take home with us. We continued our wine tasting tour in the town center and found a cozy wine cellar. Its pebbled floor, vintage barrels, rustic furnishing, and even the cobwebs on its ceiling reminded me of an old Western film setting. We also bought a few bottles of wine from them. After all those wines, we wanted something hearty and filling, so we headed to La Manala restaurant Weinstube to enjoy local Alsatian food. We started our meal with a bubbly glass of rosé and muscat cremant. Then we shared a creamy quiche Lorraine with a side of salad. It was by far the best quiche I had. It was so good that I baked one at home when we arrived. Choucroute is a traditional Alsatian dish featuring sauerkraut cooked with white wine and spices, served with assortment of meats like sausages, ham and pork, and potatoes. It's a hearty and staple of French-German cuisine. Not wanting to eat some boiled meat, hubby opted for fish choucroute and thoroughly enjoyed his sauerkraut with salmon, sander, and red mullet. My main dish, on the other hand, was duck confit with pan-fried potatoes and salad. It was just as good. The duck meat was flavorful and fork tender. We shared café gourmand for dessert with miniature dessert variations, each delicious. With tummies full of good food and wine, we ended our day fully sated and in good spirits. On our third day, after another carb-laden breakfast, we bid adieu to our hotel in Riquewihr. Before heading home, we still had a full day to visit beautiful places and try delicious local dishes. Just 4 kilometers away is Ribeauvillé. It is slightly bigger, has more shops and restaurants, and has castles overlooking the town. During our short visit, we took the mini tourist train. The 50-minute ride took us down the narrow, picturesque streets, through the surrounding hills, and up to the vineyards of the neighboring village, Hunavia. We went to a local Weinstube for another round of good Alsatian food for lunch. Since we are in France, one got to try escargot, so we ordered snails in herb butter as an appetizer. I love it. As for the mains, hubby opted for cordon bleu smothered in mushroom sauce. I saw many diners at the restaurants ordering braised pork knuckles, which looks appetizing, so I got it. It came with sauerkraut and a choice between fried potatoes or fries. We continued our journey and drove up the hills of Ammerschwihr until we arrived at our destination. Château du Haut Königsburg is a restored medieval castle in Alsace, perched on a hill with a panoramic view of the Rhine plain. Initially built in the 12th century, German Emperor Wilhelm II restored it in the early 20th century. The castle is a popular tourist destination with a lot of things to see. After hours of exploration, we drove to our final destination, the small town of Châtenois. Our final meal in Alsace is probably one of the trip's favorites. Meisenberg Auberge is a charming restaurant that offers a genuine taste of traditional Alsatian cuisine with a modern twist. It has a beautiful courtyard that provides shade during the hot summer days. It was packed when we arrived, and I was so happy to secure a seat without reservations. For our last meal in Alsace, hubby and I had a feast and enjoyed enough food to keep us full until we arrived home. Overall, it was a slow-paced trip filled with good food and wine. Exactly my kind of getaway. We can hardly wait to explore more of this region. Thank you for watching!